Whereas now, not only do they have world-class manufacturing, many people call them no lights out manufacturing facilities because it's so automated that there are no lights on because there are no people in there. But also the quality of the goods has risen a lot. If you have a computer, many of the components will be made in China. So that's what people think of as the China Shock 2.0. Now, a large part of this boost in manufacturing is due to public policy. So as many of you know, in China, there was a huge property bust that really impacted Chinese growth. So the government began to devote resources into building out an even more competitive manufacturing export sector. And the success of that can be seen in the surge in Chinese electric cars. And if you look at reviews on Google, you'll see that reviews of BYD electric cars, although you can't see them in the US, they are, you can see them in other countries, and the car reviewers universally tell you that it is a very good, high quality car. Now, if you look at this chart again with the China Shock 1.0 and 2.0, you'll notice that in the China Shock 1.0, Chinese exports increased, but their imports increased as well. So in the US and Euroland and so forth, they were receiving a lot of lower cost Chinese goods, and that was bankrupting a lot of industries in their countries. But at the same time, it was a boost to some of their export-oriented industries, such that it was a more politically complicated problem. It was helping some industries and hurting others. So some people were happy that the Chinese opened up their markets so that they could sell, let's say Mercedes or Louis Vuitton bags into China. So it wasn't an unambiguously good or bad thing. But as you move to China Shock 2.0, you can see that as Chinese exports have continued to surge, their imports really haven't grown. And that is in part because the economy in China isn't doing that well. So what's been happening in China Shock 2.0 is that you have the Chinese moving up the value chain and threatening a wider range of industries in the West, and you have fewer Western companies benefiting by being able to export into China, and that is causing more political difficulties. In the US, that's of course led to the US-China trade war with tariffs and so forth, but it seems to be impacting Europe as well.